burning that $5 fuel. But like Dylan said, as hard as this ground is, we'll make that $5 up, I guarantee it. That's the hardest the 4650's had to work in a while. It's kind of got designated to planter duty. It used to do all the grunt work, but now it's a planting tractor. Time to slick her up and make her look smooth so we can plant this thing. Oh, that's music right there, boys. Ah. Listen to her beller. Well, we done some old school tillage today, folks. I'm running that old chisel plow. Pulling her about 12 inches deep. And let me tell you, you want to talk about a freaking hard hill, this is it. I was on the fence about running that chisel plow over here. I was gonna thought about just no-tilling it, but then again, wish he quit doing that. When I got over here and got to running it and realized how hard that ground was, I was all right with running it. That old loose dirt, boy, she's working her. I'm gonna get y'all about 2 more shots and then I'm gonna have to go because it's hard to stay in front of a man running 5.5 mile an hour, 25 foot wide, and I'm a man 11 foot running, or 12 foot running about 3 depending on how hard the ground is, from 3 to 5 mile an hour, depends on how I can run. She got that dog in her. Listening to that's better than Viagra right there. Just a little bit of a turn on.
So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Save us good up to 30 gallons. Only participating locations.
Well, I had a really cool shot plan, but they gonna GoPro won't come on fast enough. Oh well. Run out of parking spaces.
Center field towards the gap. Trout to his right and makes the catch, robbing Ozzie out there in the left center field gap. That is the top of the eighth. Braves strand Acuna in second. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Braves 8. Angels.
Everybody say bye, Bob.
Cards and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. Two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets of garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
So I'm over here on what we call the Hopkins farm, the barn. This is a farm we've had in continuous corn for about 4 years now, I believe. 3-4 years. 2022, the year of the drought, was the first year I think we had corn on it. But I'm over here running the 330, just working down the stalks. Dylan's out planting corn. Didn't have a big day planting corn. Just had a bunch of stuff, other stuff we had to get done. I had to get the sprayer washed out and cleaned up for canola fungicide and wheat fungicide, and had to fix a waterer in the hog barn. We also had to get the 9400 cleaned up a little bit. We're putting it in our old boss's retirement sale. That's next Tuesday, but we're putting it in it. Just hoping to get it sold. And then Dylan wanted to chisel plow that farm, and then we had to go do some blade work and clean up on a farm where he had done some track hoe work. Extended a gap and made it wider, and so we didn't get started planting corn till about 4 o'clock, but hoping to have a big day tomorrow. Got a nice sunset back there, getting to enjoy it, listening to the radio, running about 6 miles an hour. These old rolling hills, she'll make her grown now. But she's doing a Doing a really nice job, I think. I love that auto steer. I love that John Deere auto steer. And I love my 330. It's doing a good job to me. Just out here doing tillage stuff. Running 80 curves with these terraces. That way we're not having to work over them, and I gotta work around the pipe here. Or the inlet's down there somewhere. Them are some fascinating things. I like them things right there, but out here doing tillage stuff. I misspoken. I thought we had about 250 acres of beans and planted, but it's about 290. I forgot about a couple of farms. But oh well, about 4 days. 3 wishful days, probably 4 or 5 realistic days. But anyways, we'll get it done. It's just the 14th of April, but I'd like to get it done and have a early spring. And like I said, we got a bunch of corn to side dress, and I think as soon as Dylan gets done planting, he's gonna start side dressing. And it finds line here. Whoop. Let her down. There you go. I like to skip a pass. That way I'm not turning so sharp on my crumbler there. But them are some pretty dang, this one right here, them two ain't bad, but this one right here is a pretty dang steep terrace. We normally run C2 about 6 miles an hour, but since it's so steep and rolling, I decided B2 about 5.5 was all we needed to run. This is that's how steep it is. I know I'll be ready to get back to the house, or at least in Trenton. That way I can have some cell service so I can listen to my music. And I ain't gotta listen to the radio. Listen to the radio, because the radio absolutely stinks these days. We don't want to listen to the disc jockeys. We want to listen to music, but them disc jockeys like to hear themselves talk. And they play the same song over and over and over and over and over again. But there's not a lick of cell service over here. But oh well. Well, we're winding down on corn planting 2026. I don't know if I don't know how much I like. I got 24 acres I'm debating on whether to put in corn or not. We're right here already at it. Robert will probably kill me if I put another 24 acres in corn, but I think I'm going to do it. We're going to have lots of corn to shell this year. We're going to have to find us a truck driver. Got the auto steering. I have to pay a yearly subscription for an upgraded signal. I do that because I'm running the corn planter. But guess what? I should get done today and get out of having to pay that subscription this year, because we're getting done so much earlier than we normally do. It expires at midnight tonight. And even if I don't get done tonight, I'm just going to plant tomorrow with just a regular WAS signal. down here in a Fork of Deere River back off in there somewhere. This won't flood, but it has a tendency to stay wet. But as you can tell, it is April 14th. It is dry, and I am no-tilling this bottom. And it is planting absolutely beautiful. He's supposed to be working ground, and he's here in the service truck. I'm not sure that is a good sign. I hope you're just done for the night and not having issues.
I got done all that Hodgkins and didn't have no way to get over the turkey, so I just quit.
Get some awesome shots for the folks at YouTube, I guess. But this is a new farm we picked up this year. 30 acres on it. The guy that was working it, he's worked it several years, but it's kind of out of his loop. So, and I worked the farm right across the fence over there, and we knocked a hole in the fence row, and we can come back and forth. So, that's the reason I'm working it. And then there's another 10 acres on the other side of what I worked. I was kind of right in the middle of him. He said he used to work that farm, and they had a hole in the fence row, and he could just jump in and out. But I don't know what happened there, but he didn't have it anymore, so we ended up with it. That's the worst of it. There's about 5 fields there with the tires. You can see how I planted it with the tires. And then this is what I'm planting on right now. There's some pretty long rows in this field. And then we got one good little square right there. Let's swing her around. Show y'all how this operates. Turn her around, line her up with the line. We wait for the green light. Hit the foot pedal, let the planter down and float, turn the switch on, that activates it, and then you can watch the roll clutches come on, and see it start planting. Takes it a little bit to show what we're planting. We're planting this at 30,000. Some really nice long rows here, and then just almost a perfect square right there, and then right there's the hole done in the fence row. That's the farm I work right there, and then that other farm he gave up, and we're going to work it right here. So that puts us with this big block here. That farm, and that farm. That puts us with that big block. And then right here, we're right there in the middle of Trenton.